Hello everyone, myself Dr. Harshankar Singh. In the last videos, we have discussed about the Coulomb's law and their applications. In the last two videos, we have discussed the application of Coulomb's law to calculate the electric field due to point charge and line charge. In this video, we will discuss about the electric field due to surface charge, and in this calculation, we will apply the Coulomb's law. So let's start. Here, a disk of radius a centered at the origin and lying entirely on the xy plane. That means z is equal to 0 plane. Let us also assume that this disk carries a uniform charge density, that is rho s, and of unit coulomb per meter square. Means rho s is the surface charge density which is uniformly distributed over the given disk. And question is that to calculate the electric field at point P, which is located at Pxyz, and in the cylindrical coordinate system you can say rho phi z. So the procedure is same. First we will find the electric field due to the incremental surface ds dash, which is located at r dash from the origin, whereas point P is located at a distance r from the origin. So distance between differential surface and point P will be given by vector r, and this will be equal to magnitude of r minus r dash. That means position of point P minus position of differential surface ds dash. Since ds dash is located on the disk, that means on the xy plane, so the location of ds dash can be represented as P dash x dash y dash comma 0. Z component will be 0 because it have only xy plane. And in the cylindrical coordinate system, P dash can be represented as rho dash phi z and 0. So let's start how to calculate the electric field at point P. From the Coulomb's law, the electric field due to surface charge density rho s will be given as surface integral rho s r dash divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r minus r dash divided by cube of magnitude of r minus r dash ds dash, where ds dash is basically the incremental surface area. From the cylindrical coordinate system, we know that differential surface is defined as rho dash d rho dash d phi dash, whereas radius of cylinder will be vary from 0 to a in this case, because the disk has the radius as a and the azimuthal angle, that means phi dash will be vary from 0 to 2 pi. So the position of point P dash and point P can be written as vector r is equal to x ax cap plus y ay cap plus z az cap, and distance of point P dash from the origin is given as r dash, so r dash will be x dash ax plus y dash ay. It had the 0 z component because the point P dash is located on the xy plane. So the distance between differential surface ds dash and point P can be written as r is equal to r minus r dash. So we will have x minus x dash ax plus y minus y dash ay plus z az. This will be the distance between differential surface ds dash to the point P at which we want to calculate the electric field. Now we will use the transformation equation from Cartesian to cylindrical coordinate system. Look at this figure. We know that in the transformation, if we transfer the Cartesian coordinate system into the cylindrical coordinate system, the x component will be rho cos phi and y component will be rho sin phi. When we break the rho along the x and y, here we will find the x dash is equal to rho dash cos phi dash and y dash as rho dash sin phi dash. After putting the value of x dash and y dash, we will find the vector r is equal to x minus rho dash cos phi dash ax plus y minus rho dash sin phi dash ay plus z az. Now cube of magnitude of r can be calculated here, and it will be x minus rho dash cos phi dash square plus y minus rho dash sin phi dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. And the electric field will be rho s divided by 4 pi epsilon naught integration from 0 to 2 pi for phi and 0 to a for rho x minus rho dash cos phi dash ax plus y minus rho dash sin phi dash ay plus z az divided by x minus rho dash cos phi dash square plus y minus rho dash sin phi dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, and differential surface ds dash can be written as rho dash, d rho dash and d phi dash. So basically this equation is very complex. To simplify our integration, let's determine the electric field E along the z axis only. In other words, you can say we can put the value of x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. After putting the value of x and y as 0, we will get electric field in the z direction, and this will be equal to rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught integration 0 to 2 phi and integration 0 to a rho dash cos phi dash ax plus rho dash sin phi dash ay plus z az divided by rho dash cos phi dash square plus rho dash sin phi dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 rho dash, d rho dash and d phi dash. So here you can see in the denominator we will get rho dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, because we will get sin square phi dash plus cos square phi dash is equal to 1. So finally we will have the electric field is equal to rho s divided by 4 pi epsilon naught phi 0 to 2 pi rho 0 to a rho dash cos phi dash ax plus rho dash sin phi dash ay plus z az divided by rho dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 rho dash, d rho dash and d phi dash. And after breaking the component of electric field along the x, y and z direction separately, we will get 3 terms. And in the first 2 terms, we are getting here in the form of 0 to 2 pi sin phi d phi. And we already know this factor is equal to 0, because we will integrate the sin phi over 0 to 2 pi, we will get 0. So the first 2 terms will be vanished. We will only get the electric field in the z direction. So after simplification, we are getting here electric field in the z direction is equal to rho s divided by 4 pi epsilon naught integration 0 to 2 pi integration 0 to a z az divided by rho dash square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 rho dash, d rho dash, d phi dash. And after integrating this equation with respect to d rho dash and d phi dash, we are getting there are 2 terms for z greater than 0 and for z less than 0. For z greater than 0, we are getting electric field as rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught az 1 minus z by square root of z square plus a square. And for z less than 0, we are getting electric field rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught az minus 1 minus z by square root of z square plus a square. So from this equation we can conclude that the first is that above the disk, that means z greater than 0, the electric field points in the direction of az, that means along the positive z direction, and below the disk, that means z less than 0, it points in the direction of minus az, that means in the negative z direction. Thank you for watching this video.